Well, in case you are curious, it's 29 years for Mike and Jennifer. And I really wanted to tell you that because you need to congratulate Miss Jennifer. Because every single day has been an accomplishment for her. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Now listen. In Romans chapter 12 and verse 1, Paul said, I urge you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God. He urged them because it's urgent. And he urged them based on the motivation of the mercies of God. Now just think about what mercy is all about. Mercy is God withholding from you what you really deserve. Now, do you want what you deserve? I don't know about you, but I don't want what I deserve. If I think about all those things that I did that I shouldn't have done, and what I deserve because of it, and I reflect upon the fact that God is not going to give that to me, He's going to give me grace, then I understand when He says, I urge you by the mercies of God to present your bodies a living and holy sacrifice acceptable to God, which is your spiritual service of worship. And so we're to make a presentation, and not just any presentation. The text says you're to make a presentation that is acceptable. And there's no acceptable presentation without the appropriate transformation. I want to say that again because I think that's important to what we're going to study this morning. There is no acceptable presentation without the appropriate transformation. And so in verse 2 he says, do not be conformed to this world. Don't let the world squeeze you into its mold. Don't let the devil squeeze you into his mold. Don't be conformed to this world, but be ye transformed. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. See, this is where transformation begins. It's not about the body. John 6 and verse 63, Jesus said the flesh profits nothing. It's not about the body, but the Spirit gives life. The words I'm speaking to you, they are spirit and they are life. Chapter 4, verses 3 through 5. Paul says, for this is the will of God, your sanctification, that is, that you abstain from sexual immorality, that each of you know how to possess his own vessel in sanctification and honor, not in lustful passion, like the Gentiles who do not know God. That's saying no when you have to say no. Look at 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 24 through 27. Do you not know that all those who run in a race all run, but only one receives the prize? Run in such a way that you may win. And everyone who competes in the games exercises self-control in all things. They then do it to receive a perishable wreath, but we imperishable. Therefore I run in such a way as not without aim. I box in such a way as not beating the air. I buffet my body and make it my slave, lest possibly after I preach to others, I myself might be disqualified. That's saying yes when you need to say yes. Look at Titus chapter 2, verses 11 and 12. Paul says, for the grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation to all men, instructing us to deny ungodliness. The grace of God teaches us to say no and to live sensibly and righteously and godly in this present age. The grace of God teaches us to say yes when we need to say yes.